Alright, next is to finish this piece of baseboard and call it good. It's not going to look right. It's going to be a little too narrow, but that's because the wall is jacked up and I can't fix it. I don't have that skill set yet, so let me get this measured and cut. Oh yeah! Done. Hey guys, appreciate you being here. Check out my friend over at RCH Builders and help him get to 1,000 subscribers. You won't regret subscribing to his channel too. Oh, it's wrong bit. If I can't get this out, I'll just have to cut it. Oh, what do you know? It's not even in anything. Alright, these go in the trash. They're rusted. And let's see how this is down here. Oh, this is down by a piece of quarter round. Let's just raise it on this side and slide it out. What the hell else is this thing down? I don't want to break it. Oh, it's tacked right here. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm going to save this piece. I'm going to clean. Ooh. I'm going to clean it and paint it. Alright, I went and got the light. It's the best I can do. So I'm going to rip up this floor, but I got to take up this quarter round that's over here. I guarantee you they cut it extremely short. Hell. I'm not going to get this quarter round because I'm going to put the floor in correctly. See how they didn't even take the baseboards off? They just, it'll be easy for me to take this off once I get the floor up. So let's do that first. So what I'm going to do over here is, instead of pulling up this entire board, I'm just going to cut it where I need to stop it and just put a piece of trim molding or trim down here and act like a, what do you call it, a transition strip. But this needs to come up. So what I have to do is I'm going to, someone has already trimmed this trim piece right here. So what I have to do is I've got to take my jigsaw and cut out to right here. And I have to rip this up here so this will fit, and then I'm going to have to slide it in here somehow. Or either put it in this way and then slide it this way. So, I don't know, this is going to be tricky. I really should have started from this side, but then I would have to put it in backwards. I would have to do the install backwards. That would have been terrible if I would have had to do that. But I'll try to get it in here. Even if I have to rig it, I'll do it. So, you cut this and then rip this. I'll be right back to see how well I did. I chipped it out with the chisel, and it's still not quite enough. I mean, these walls are jacked up, so I got to cut here just to be able to get it. No? There we go. I don't have to cut anymore. Where's my doodah? All right. That'll work. Y'all, what causes walls to get so wavy like that? I don't care about the gap. I can fix that. That's not a problem. But this wavy wall stuff, I mean, what? Seriously. I gotta slide it down. Now, I gotta be careful with this edge. Gotta watch that lip. All right, let's see how bad it is. Baseboard will take care of that. Oh, God. It's in. That is my main goal, is that it's in. Baseboard will cover up that little imperfection. Yo-wee, yo-wee, yo. tap the rest of this in. I'll tell you what, it's time consuming. It's time consuming, but I wouldn't say this is difficult. It's just time consuming. And my shoes will not stay on. I have lost so much weight. My shoes don't fit. They're too wide. All right. Just making sure I get that joint really good and tight. Oops. Yep. And I need to fix this lip right here, because using that other one really screwed it up. I really shouldn't have done that, but I can still get it in there. I just got to take my fingernail and flatten it back out. Let's get my pencil. There we go. See how I flattened it back out? It's not as strong as it used to be, but I can still get the joints to fit. Now here comes the tricky part, because I really don't want to do this, but I got it. Now this corner is going to be a pain, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece that I absolutely cannot use, and I'll tell you why. Because this is the end I need to hook up with the piece I just laid down, but it has no lip on it. So I'm going to use this as a template. This is just going to be my, I don't know if I can do this or not. So I'm going to cut it to length, get it in here, draw it out, because I don't have any trim to cover up my mistakes. I got caulk, but no trim. And I saw it on like Facebook or Pinterest or something, I don't know, about how to do this, but it just didn't register, if you will. Alright, so I gotta, cut it here. Oh, why didn't I pay attention? And then alright, so let me go cut this, and then I'll have to figure this out as I go. Alright guys, let me see how I did. I probably did it backwards. Did I do it backwards? I did it backwards. Oh my god. Okay. I should have cut that piece off. That's why I didn't use a good piece. Okay. So I cut this out and leave that piece. Okay, I screwed up, which is fine. Y'all live and learn, will you? Again, a scrap piece. So instead of cutting this piece off, okay, so what I do is I leave this and I go across here. There's no T in a cross, it's a cross, not a crust. And I cut this out. Now I know. Alright. That is total trash. Alright. So I'll cut it from this side. Motherfucker. Alright, so this is how I did it. This is just alright, this is how I did it. It's just a scrap piece, okay? This is just, I'm making my template. So I gotta tap this over for it to actually fit like it's supposed to. So let me tap it, which it's not going to let me. So what's the hold up? Is there something under here? Okay, let me go ahead and trim this little piece right here. Daggum it. All right, let's see. All right, that's better. All right, I got it in there. Now, I see the error of my ways. All right, right here. Whoops. All right, here we go. This is how it goes. It needs to come back in. So what I need to do is not come out this far right here. And this looks good right here. I can just fill this in with, you know, actually, yeah, I can just fill that in with caulk and nobody would ever know. But this right here, that's too gappy. And I need to, I'm going to put a note here that I only need to come in right here. Cut right here. Okay. I need to go this up, but I need to go only this far. So let me go ahead and draw it out on a piece of wood that I can use, and I'll be back. All right, so let's go ahead and try this. I got it in. It's going to be gappy, but there's really nothing I can do about it. I was kind of hoping I could slide it in to where it needs to go, but that is not going to happen. There's no way I can actually put this in and slide it down. I can't take this off. I mean, I don't know. So I was thinking that maybe I could put this in. I can shave the tongue off and slide it in and put it in place and tack it. That's the only way I can get this piece in. Unless there's something out there that somebody else knows that I don't. So that's what I'm going to do. Ugh, hate it. See how I did. So I'm going to have to put it in and then slide it into position. And I cut. I'm going to have to cut the lip. Well, I don't. Let me see. I'm going to have to cut the lip off this. Unfortunately, the only way I'm going to be able to get this piece to fit in is to cut the tongue off this one. So I'll cut the tongue off both ends. The one I'm putting in and this one. boy, that looks really, really bad. I mean, that looks horrible, and I don't know how to fix it. So let me sit here and think about this for a minute. There's no other way to get that in there. I got this hallway done. That took forever. I mean, forever. So I just got to put in a transition strip right here. Put the old transition strip back here. Put the baseboards back up, the trim back up. This whole piece fell down right here. I mean, that whole piece came off right here. So it was just, I don't even know what was holding that up. That's what the door latches into. That hissing sound is a compressor decompressing. So I've got to get that back up. But I think it looks good for what it is. There's like, I mean, look at that. There's like 6 layers of floor under here, so I'm kind of embarrassed. I couldn't get that any better, but quarter round will cover that up. I just don't like doing shoddy work. Now I'm putting trim back up just to clear the floor off. I'm tired of dealing with everything on the floor. I really contemplated painting everything, but once you paint one thing, it's a slippery slope. You got to paint everything else. So then I thought, well, why don't I just run some stain on it? I may still do that. I don't know. It's the pulling out the old nails. There's like 15 types of nails in this thing. It's just been, there's roach crap everywhere. You know, it's just a mess. decided to paint the casings, the door casings, and just to make it look better. It just looks so bad in here. So let's just take a look at it and let's see. Let's just look. I'm having a bad ear today, so trying to look up makes me dizzy. I can feel that crystal rocking around in my ear. And this is my purdy brush. I love purdy brushes, but they don't sell them here anymore. I can't find them. It's going to dry way darker. It's not going to be that pudding color anymore. I like that a lot better. I just think it looks better. It looks cleaner. And it looks better than the red. But brown is brown. What can I do? It's free. Alright, my camera isn't going to let me just take a photo for my before and after. Alright, here's before. You see how red and chipped up and everything it is. See how nasty it is. Alright. I really should have painted that before I put it up, but I didn't know I was going to paint before I put it up. So, let me show you what it looks like after I paint, but I really wanted you guys to see a really good close-up. So I'm going to wipe them down and I'm going to paint them. And you guys tell me whether or not you liked before or after. Which one you like better. Okay guys, I gave this 3 coats. Was it 2 or 3? Doesn't matter. At any rate, I painted it. And let's see what it looks like when I install it. Why won't that go over? I'm going to trim this little piece off right here. Hang on. Fell. if I can't try to hide this gap, which I don't know why it's there, but I'm going to just try to work with this a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer. There we go. All right, I've been putting the baseboards down. I got 3 coats. And I think it looks a lot better. It's a little stark contrast, but at least it matches the lines in the paneling. I haven't finished painting that. I'll do that, but I think it looks better. I think it looks better. Just me. And I came out here and I painted the rest of the baseboards, and that's what I'm here today, is to get these put up. They've all got all their coats on, and they go in here, which is the foyer, and this is the breakfast nook, I'll call it, the breakfast area. And then, let me turn the light on. And then I run the baseboard down here. Now, I'm going to have to get more baseboard, I think. Oh, I missed a baseboard. Dadgummit, I didn't want to paint today. But it's not that big of a deal. 3 coats. It's so dry outside, it probably won't even matter. In this area, I couldn't do anything but get that in there. So I'm going to have to buy That looks like crap, but there was no other way for me to get it in there. And I washed the grill that goes in that. It's drying. I'm going to spray paint it black. Just be done with it. I've got to cut this out and put the vent in, or the riser, whatever people call it. And I've got to get 1, 2, 3 in that back bedroom, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 transition strips. I can get 2 really long ones and cut them. I'm sure I can make this work. This door needs to be replaced. I got all of this painted. There's no trim above the door. That's got to be fixed. I got to put this door sweep back underneath this door. I've got to clean this door. Good gosh, do I need to clean this door. I'm going to deglaze it, and I am going to paint it. I mean, this is filthy. The whole house is going to get washed again. Okay, there you have it. The baseboards are in. I think it looks a lot better. Is it perfect? No. I'm not going to paint these. It's not that severe. It's in a dark area. I know these little pieces need to be replaced because all they are is styrofoam. All this is just styrofoam. And I'll check in to see how much they cost. I mean, it really shouldn't be that expensive. But it does look like crap, and as you can see, it's been piecemealed back up here. So, I mean, just to make it look a little bit better, but we'll see. Like I said, I just got to spray paint that and cut that out, but I don't think I'm going to do that today because I've already washed my hair and I don't want all the stuff flying up in my hair. And the transition strips, so I need six transition strips. And I think it looks good. I just got to get that back up there.